podcast earlier, and like my man was just dropping gems and like just on some different type of vibe where it's like it might be cliche where people will say like, yo, you got to do this, you got to do that, blah, blah, blah. And like, you might think to yourself like, yo, these guys are gurus and they're self-help and this, that, and the third. But this guy was saying like just the most simple shit, just getting straight to the point. Hey, when you wake up, get a whole bunch of water in your system. Like, and it might sound crazy, but it's like get a whole bunch of water in your system. Make sure you have a bowel movement before you actually start eating food, so that you at least know that you passed whatever was in your body beforehand. And that's how you can have a cleaner system before you start your day or whatever. Little shit like that, where you're saying to yourself, that sounds like common sense, but how many people do that shit? Most people, they get up, they might fucking eat all types of food and just go crazy and shit, and not even have had any water or any type of, you know what I mean? But he was also saying like he was just implementing different like strategies and rituals, so to speak, so that when you get up in the morning and you go through your certain rituals, not to use rituals as a word, but regiment, your certain like motives and shit. When you go through everything that you're supposed to throughout the day, your routine, yeah. Like I'd say regiment, like and stuff like that, because even routine kind of gives the connotation or whatever that it's the same like every day. But he was saying like have it be like it is the same, but you're making variations of your same thing. He was saying like if you have a good ass day, try to pay attention to what you did that day, the way you were feeling when you were going through certain motions. Because when you have like a bad day, you fuck around and remember those types of like thoughts of when you were having a good day and what made you feel good. And hopefully that will in time snap you out of that bad day mood and get you back fighting and get you back going, get you back recharged. So he was just dropping little gems like that. And I'm saying to myself, this guy's super smart, but it's little things like that, man. Like making small changes in each day. You make a small change like that. Like, okay, I'm working out every day for 30 minutes. Right when I wake up in the morning, I'm going to get a glass of water and then I'm going to get to my 30-minute workout. After that 30-minute workout, I'm going to stretch for 15. And you actually stick with it. I'm going to eat this. I'm adding more greens and then you start adding more greens and then you start tripping. Next thing you know, you're a completely different person. Your skin's clearing up. Your muscle mass is fucking sitting on you healthy and shit. Like just your blood, your heart rate is in a way better place. All that type of shit, bro. He was just saying, just build a regiment around that type of shit.
That's fucking like actually like great advice. Like, especially like you said, drinking the water first thing in the morning. Like that's super important. Like on an empty stomach, drinking water is super, like some people don't like it. And I just say to them, get over yourself, get used to it, because literally it's good. It's so good for you. Like gets everything moving. It gets everything like regulated and whatnot. And like you said, having a shit first thing in the morning too is also really good as well too. Like just cleans everything out and you feel like you just feel empty and you're ready to go again. Like, oh, now I'm actually hungry. Like I need to eat and have some breakfast and then go about my day or whatever. But like, yeah. And then, yeah, just stuff like that, just little changes, like things like that. And also like taking time to like think about like what made your day good. I've never, ever thought about that before. That was literally like an epiphany right there.
Because most people go through the days where it's just like, oh, yo, this is a good day, You go through your day, and at the end of the day, you're laying in your bed, you're like, man, that was a good day. You have your dream, you fucking wake up the next morning. But you don't ever think, okay, when I was going to work, I made everybody who I saw on the street, I made sure I gave them a smile or whatever, just on some, you're retracing your steps, so to speak, and you're like, oh, okay, a lady dropped her purse. I asked her if I could pick it up for her or whatever, because she was elderly. I didn't want her to hurt herself. You just next thing you realize that you're going through doing these small kind of good little deeds or whatever. And it's like, it was a combination of things that just added to your quote unquote good day. And then you're saying, okay, there's gotta be some type of science to it. Like every action has
an equal and opposite reaction.
Exactly. Reaction. Exactly. And that's why it's like, you think to yourself, okay, if I'm going to replicate this process, I got to pinpoint what I was doing. From that point, it's almost like you're kind of tricking the matrix, so to speak, trying to put a glitch in the matrix, so to speak, so that you have more quote unquote good days than bad ones. Yo, man, we got to be like, that's to the people listening. I hope you taking in what we saying here.